Classic Radio Roundup, the warm-up session. B&K Cobra 98, glowing glass, 23 channel. I've still got Sweaty Maria in my receiver.
I'm walking out tonight.
No hablo taco. No speaking to spick.
Taco, barito, barito. Ah! So I got this watt meter. I could either calibrate it on the low power range or the high power range, but it wouldn't calibrate on those. So I think I got a resistor out of value somewhere in the circuit.
Sometimes these things just don't play nice.
Yeah, so I calibrated it to high power. I'll leave it at that.
Show you right.
Happy birthday, Sam Batter.
Yes, this is the happy birthday edition of Classic Radio Roundup, don't you know?
Yep, another year older.
And another dollar poorer.
Let's not go there.
I'll leave that up to 44 to start the political discussion.
Start talking money, that's all it takes to go down that political highway, especially looking at my father's posts.
Now look at who started it. You can't blame me this time.
Sure we can. We can blame you, but, you know.
Whether you're to actually blame or not is irrelevant. We can still blame you.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. And you blame me like that because I'm the one that usually brings it up.
Yeah, so we saved you the trouble.
We blame you, we leaving somebody else alone.
we've already gotten that out of the way now.
Sandbagger, that's the way my mom always said. If somebody's talking about you, at least they're not picking on anybody else.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
That's right. They're picking on me and leaving everyone else alone.
That's right.
Some people out there can't take it, though.
No, some people can't. But that's too bad for them.
I learned to take it.
If you got to dish it out, you got to be able to take it right back. That's the way I look at it.
Well, I stepped on board an aircraft carrier into the fire room, and that's a do or die crowd.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you can't hack in the military, you're in trouble.
Yeah, there were several stages of passing through into acceptance. And no wine is accepted. No cheese, no wine.
Nah, beer is fine, but no wine or cheese.
Unless it was homemade bilge wine. Now we're talking a different story.
Bilge wine? I don't even know if I want to go there.
Yep, bilge wine, because it was called that because that's where we hid the jugs.
Okay, I thought maybe you made it out of bilge water.
Well, it's not to say that it couldn't have gotten tainted with some, but it was pretty funny. They had like these big 5-gallon plastic jugs they used to mix chemicals to treat the boiler, and they'd put it into a shot feeder. You know, you line up valves and you pour it in a funnel, and then you close the valves and line up other valves, and you shoot it into the feed line and into the boiler. Well, those plastic jugs, man, you grab a hold of a couple of those, get the rest of the ingredients from the mess decks, and you know, either yeast was available, obviously, because they had a bakery and made their own bread. Little yeast, little sugar, little bug juice, a little magic, and a little bit of thyme, and a rubber glove on top. I said, what the hell is that? Bilge wine.
And what was in those plastic jugs before you used them?
Hopefully they cleaned them out good.
Boiler chemicals.
That's what happened to Pete there over the years there, Dave.
Yeah, right, too many boiler chemicals.
I don't know. It might have been the bug juice, the Kool-Aid mix, like the dry powder Kool-Aid mix. You know, they'd mix it up, we'd drink it, but it was also good to spread on the deck plates and shine the deck plates with.
Yeah, add acid in it again.
Make them deck plates shine. Bug juice mix.
Bug juice.
Yeah, and then you know you turn your bilge water different flavors. Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of time out at sea, you know, stuck down in that particular place, so you come up with things to entertain yourself, you know. The military's a whole lot of hurry up and wait.
Well, yeah, I mean, and situations like that, you know, is what drives innovation. You know, you guys had nothing better to do than to get creative.
You know, like steady steaming, the boiler was just, right, you know, running right along fine. It was when they were doing flight ops or doing a lot of maneuvering, changing bells, and then we were pretty well busy. But otherwise, you know, midnight watch, you changed out burners. You know, there was routine stuff to do. But there's a whole lot of idle time in between. You know, we were scrubbing and painting lines, scrubbing deck plates, and you know, we even made a trash can into a clothes washer and called it the Maytag. But the beauty of it was it also worked as a shrimp steamer.
Oh, multifaceted.
Yeah, there was a couple of level baskets in it, and we had steam and air connections, you know, and then you fill it up with water and hook your steam up and boil your clothes. And then rinse out the rinse cycle and change the water out and then hook up the air and bubble them. Take all that out, rinse it out real good, put the grates back in, get a hold of some of that frozen shrimp from that was calm-shawed, and you throw that on the grates, hook up the steam line, close the lid, steamed shrimp. all spaces one able, send your messenger. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the next guy that got my clothes washed after they steamed the shrimp. It's kind of fishy there.
You just steam it out again. General purpose. Just put GP in there. General purpose soap. Comes in a silver can with a black and white label on it. GP. GP work for everything.
Was it your plan to run the boilers when you enlisted?
Yeah, it was actually. Yep, I signed up for it. Didn't really know what it was that I signed up for.
It just sounded interesting.
Well, I actually wanted to go in as a machinery repairman, an MR. Navy calls it a machinery repairman, but that's basically a machinist. And that's what I wanted to go in for, and it was too long of a waiting list to go in for that. And I said, well, what do you got else that I can turn a wrench? Oh, we got something for you can turn a wrench.
Boiler technician.
That sounds cool.
So they sent you to school for that?
Yeah, I actually, regular enlistment's basically 4 years. They do have 2-year programs also, but your standard, it was 4 years at the time. And I signed up for 6 initially so I could get special schooling. And I also got an enlistment bonus.
Welcome to Uncle Sam's Canoe Club.
Sounds like a good idea. You go pay me more money, accelerate my rank quicker, and send me to school. I'm all for it. And it's too funny. I remember being in school and like, don't flunk out of school. You gotta pass. Don't flunk out of school. They'll send you to the fleet. I'm like, well, what the hell kind of threat is that? We're all going to the fleet anyway.
Where they think they were going.
You wind up going there quicker, but it ain't that much difference, like, that's no threat. We're going to the fleet anyway.
Oh, so they had regular classes you attended?
Yeah, I went to school for 10 months.
Oh, okay.
It was all totally all my job. It started out basic. Basic as a monkey. I mean, it was so basic for me, it was freaking boring. This is a hammer. Hammers are used for driving things. This is a screwdriver. This is a Phillips head screwdriver. I mean, it was literally, it started out like that. And then it was valves. This is a valve. This is a globe valve. This is a gate valve. All the different butterfly valves and blah, blah, blah. And a valve is for starting and stopping fluids and blah, blah, blah. And then, it would progress deeper and deeper and deeper. And by the end, they actually had a hot plant, a building that was a mock-up of a destroyer's power plant, basically the ship's power plant inside a building. And then you went and ran it, took care of it, did maintenance on it.
That was your final exam? You get out of it without blowing the boiler up, you were good?
Yeah, pretty much. And they had, a main engine in there and everything, shaft spinning. But then behind the wall, they had, on the other end of a shaft, they had a water brake. And like, well, we don't have one of those, we got a propeller, but for here we have to have a water brake. There has to be some kind of load on the shaft or to just spin away.
I'm surprised they didn't, hook it to some kind of a pump or something to make it do some real work.
You could put a pretty good generator on there.
Yeah, or a generator. That would have been good. Generate some electric with all that steam power.
It's the government. We only need it to train people. I don't care if we're just making energy to do nothing with it.
Yeah, heated up the water in the water break.
Where were you at in school, in the Great Lakes?
Yep, that's correct. And the hot plant is still there.
Breaker?
That was basically my university, my tech school, whatever you want to call it. Hello, Sparky. Welcome to Classic Radio Roundup, countywide.
Thank you there, Spitfire. I just wanted to say they're going to expand that Aegis research facility over there in New Jersey. Where is that? Morristown, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's all weapons systems.
Yeah, but something cool. Instead of them closing down Navy facilities, at least they're pumping up one of them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I'm all for that.
Absolutely.
Keep the military-industrial complex going. You know, we're still the best. Let's not let that go.
Hey, 10 Roger. Yep, good to hear you there, Chuck and Sandbagger. Coming at you on the old Cobra 139.
There you go.
Cobra 98 by B&K.
I'm running a Telsat, Lafayette Telsat SSB 140.
Is that one I got at the flea market?
No, this belongs to somebody else.
What was the number of that one?
That was an SSB 100, 23 channel. This is the 40 channel version of it. Looks the same though, except instead of the mechanical channel selector knob and the number readout, this one's got an LED.
Yeah, okay, alright. I got you now.
Your basic cybernet radio.
Show you right.
Grain and panels.
Wood grain corner panels.
Yeah, that's it.
Front corners.
Just the corners, please.
Just like the 13898.
Yeah.
Well,
Bird had a couple of those he showed me one time, and at the time I wasn't interested.
well, I thought I'd run this Cobra tonight to start off with because it was ran on the second hour gate that got lost last week, so hopefully I can try and get this one saved once.
But fire up the high fidelity then. I want to see what this Kenwood mic sounds like with a good receiver.
Yeah, the Cobra does have a pretty good barn door receiver. Allows for fidelity. It's not fun when the band is crowded.
Nah, it's never fun when the band is crowded.
This radio doesn't have a whole lot of bass, but it sounds good through the speaker.
That one sounds like your typical CB radio. Got a nice tone quality.
Yeah, kind of airy.
I was going to run the Navajo TRC-30A, but my mic adapter is out in my car. I don't have a 5-pin stock mic that works real well, so I took a 4-pin stock mic and used my adapter on it.
The Red Dog does say hello. I was having fun outdoors today.
Oh, you were plinking lead, huh?
Oh yeah, I was having a good time. It was sort of my personal battle of the carbines.
What, yours against his?
No, mine against my other against the other one.
Oh, you brought a whole arsenal with you.
Oh yeah, I was there for 2 hours.
Spending all that extra ammo.
Didn't even make a dent in the supply.
That's a good thing.
I noticed the price has been coming down a bit.
I was firing off ammo that was bought 2 years ago.
They're still behind on the 22, though. That hasn't been stocked very well.
No, it's not going to be either. And apparently, according to Nitro, what you do see is going to be the imported stuff.
What the heck? I still don't get that. 22 of all things.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a that's a political quagmire there to even just talk about it.
Well, we don't want to go down that road. 44 is listening here,
It is completely driven by politics. That's just sums it up right there.
Hey, this Sparky.
What's going on, 44?
Not much. Working on this Cobra 139.
Yeah, see that? How they got kind of a crisp sound. Like mine's got a little crackle to it, but snap, crackle, and pop. This one sounds like that. Yours sounds pretty good.
10-4.
Geez, I should fire mine up. We could have 3 139s at the same time.
I can't do that. I don't have one.
Round meters and then the channel selector being round looks pretty good.
Yeah, I can go from 2 square meters to 2 round meters.
Closest I can get is a 142 GTL, and that's pretty bright always. But it cuts through.
Yeah, my Cobra 2000 was a little on the bright side. I didn't like that, so I had to modify its low end a little bit, give it a little boost in the bass.
I put a diesel echo mic on it, it toned it down.
Yeah, it's a dynamic mic, that's why.
I got a D104 hooked up on this.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's actually what I'm using also.
Golden Eagle.
Ditto, ditto.
Where is everybody?
They're hiding.
I can't stay in there long. I gotta get up way too early.
What time?
I gotta meet a guy at 5:30 in New Jersey, so figure that out.
I took a mental health day.
For me then.
I took a mental health day.
Yeah, heard that cleared out some barrels.
Well, I had to still be sure that my eye was true, you know, to nail them pie plates at 200.
I saw a Target, they had advertised it's like a pie plate piece of steel that hangs from 2 wires kind of at a couple degrees, I guess, and it's quite a little bit off center so the thing spins.
Yeah, they got some. I go to a range, you know, club range, and they hang pretty heavy steel plates down along a rack at 200 yards, and there's rectangular ones and basically square ones, but they're hung like a diamond, you know. And you hit them anywhere but center, they will spin. You hit them on dead center, man, they just go pock.
Clank.
Thud.
That's more of a pock. I'm using steel core lead coated full metal jacket, 762 by 54R.
What did Bob bring over?
A 30-06 pump.
Oh man, that'll make a noise.
Yeah, but my carbines are louder, only because they're short barrels.
Yeah.
I fired off that Mosin Nagant M44 carbine using that 7.62 54 ammunition, and he says, "Damn, I felt that in my bones." That thing's still burning powder on the way out the barrel. That ammunition was made for a much longer rifle, but in typical Russian fashion, they're like, we need a rifle for in the city. This thing's too long. So they made one shorter with the same ammunition. It's a little bit overkill for urban fighting.
Like a sawed-off shotgun, only it's a saw-off rifle.
Pretty much, yeah. So the actual, you don't get to use all the powder for propelling the bullet out of the carbine, but you get a lot of noise.
You said a 30-06 pump the guy had?
That's correct. It is for sale too. It's a Remington. I think it's a Remington.
I've never even seen them. I thought they only made them in like bolt action.
Nope. 30-06 pump. It's old too. It's from the 50s or 60s. It's a really nice shape. He keeps trying to sell it to me.
Yeah, that's my all-time big game hunting round.
7.62 by 54R is pretty close to it. I was also shooting my BSA made Enfield 303 British, and that thing does a pretty decent job too. That's I have the Mark Mark 5 jungle carbine. It's got a built-in flash suppressor.
5.4 R's. Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
About a 13.
Come on in, Breaker. Classic Radio Roundup.
That's Badger. I'm just on my way home.
I hear you, Badger.
Yeah.
I hear you too, Tickle.
I just overheard some 5.4 R talk.
Oh, you know it. I was out letting loose with my M44 carbine.
You should have said something. I'd have brought out my...
Hey, Tickle, you got a copy on me down here, spot sound?
You just doubled with Tickle. Say that again, Tickle.
I said I'd have brought out my Mosin.
Yeah, I got, I got the long and the short.
All I got's the long one.
I have the long one. I got long one and the sniper with the scope and all.
Yeah, I don't have the scope, just the adjustable iron.
I sort of went a little Nagant crazy there for a little while.
For the prices on, you couldn't go wrong.
I could buy like 6 of them for the price of something else.
Exactly, and there's so much surplus ammunition for them.
Yep. And the daggone rifles are really well made.
You can kick the things in the dirt. They're made like Russian tanks.
You can literally throw the thing in the creek and fire it.
Exactly, it's like a Russian tank. The machining's very heavy, very rough, but they work.
I watched a video online. They did a torture test to the damn thing. They drug it around the field, they fired it. They drug it around the field some more, and they fired it. They threw it in the mud, and then they fired it. They threw it in the creek, they fired it. They made their own loads and overloaded it. They fired it. They overloaded it some more. They fired it. I mean, they just beat the hell out of this thing and kept coming back. The breech never let loose, ever. The worst that ever happened to it is it had to beat the bolt open with a hammer.
There you go, yeah. When I got mine, I kind of started a trend in the area. My old boss had to go out and get one. A couple friends of mine have gone out and gotten them since.
I basically have the carbine, the long one, and a sniper one, and I also have one of the Chinese ones. They call it Type 56.
Oh, 10-4, yeah. Now mine was built in the Tula plant, and it was built in 43.
I got a Tula and an Izavec.
See, I got the Tula. You just got all the neat stampings and the stock and then all the metal.
Yep, that's right.
10-4. I gotta step aside and run in the store for a second.
10-4. Carry on with Classic Radio Roundup. I'm gonna refill this glass of classic adult refreshment, countywide, on the side.
That's right, no work tonight. You can drink some of that Boddington.
And it got quiet. Dave, I know you're in there.
Evening, Ken. Hey, it's Sparky. Did you hear we're going to get a tractor place there next to the Walmart, a Tractor Supply? Did you hear that rumor?
Yep. And a restaurant. Well, actually, 2 restaurants.
Hopefully it's a Joe's Crab Shack.
That'd be nice.
Having a Tractor Supply will be kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw the one today up in Boyertown. I was working there at that center. I didn't go in though. Had somebody with me from another company, so I just, don't do that then. Yeah, I like Tractor Supply. They got nuts and bolts and welders and chickens all in the same place.
Yeah, I'll take a welder, a 3/4 inch bolt, and a chicken.
That's right. And some Wrangler jeans.
Yeah, and some zip ties.
Yeah, and some zip ties. We're gonna have a redneck party.
Every once in a while they'll sell, or at least they used to, the one up there in Pottstown would sell go-karts and stuff.
Yeah, gotta love go-karts.
Quakertown still does.
Okay, yeah, mini bikes once in a while.
Yeah, I grew up with those things. I missed them.
Quakertown still sells them.
Yeah, it seems hit or miss, whatever they got coming in off the boat that particular month. I've seen ATVs in there, China ATVs, all kinds of stuff.
You can get them at Pet Boys. The Chinese-made stuff.
Yeah, I got one of their mini bikes, a Baja 50. In typical Chinese fashion, it came through with the wrong number. With the cast on the head said 50, but it had a 70cc stroke in it. So it was a 70. It was like whatever they could put it to. I got the thing home, and I went down my road, and I was doing like 45 mile an hour. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, this ain't a 50. I started looking into it, and the guys were saying, yeah, they just, whatever they grabbed off the shelf that particular day that they came through at least 70s.
That damn Chinese. I tell you, their quality control sucks worse than anything I know.
I just got a big shipment of test cables, BNC connectors, splitters, banana connectors, all that stuff. And it came through pretty good so far.
There's the key. There's the key word there, so far.
Yeah, they worked a couple of times.
And they'll work a couple of more, and then one day, then they won't work no more.
Oh, yeah. Where's Operator Ron? He's conspicuously absent.
Right here.
What's going on, Ron?
Not much. You hear my 1000 all by itself?
Yes, sir. Sounds good and loud.
That's right.
This little tinny radio making it down your way?
Oh, yeah. No noise right now, it's good.
All right, well, let's not jinx it.
That's right. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. He had his electrician over at the garage over there, and he did a lot of work over here, but the noise was still there, so it's got to be elliptic ground, maybe at the meter, or it could be the pole. Not enough power. So we shall see, right? Alrighty then. I like it when it's like this, man. What, is it quiet now? Oh yeah, real quiet right now. Ah, very good. No pain or strain, as they say. There we go. Gotta set this microphone so it sounds good.
Yeah, you really came up.
I came up.
Get your comeuppance.
You talk about audio level.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to get some airtime for the while the gate's still rolling. Of course, that'll probably mean the gate will crash on me.
Yeah, it was good passing by you the other day.
Yeah, it was kind of unexpected, wasn't it?
Yeah, I probably would have got you earlier if I would have shouted out, but I was coming up the hill, and we tend to wait till we get to the top of the hill to shout, and that's exactly what I did. And bam, man, you're right there. I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the BP, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm looking at the BP.
Yeah, you were going one way, and I was going the other.
Yeah, incidentally, when I got the specs, there was no traffic at that exact time. 5 minutes later, it was backed up to the tube place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, if you catch it at the right point, you're not so bad. But then it starts to back up, and that that light, it keeps changing back and forth. So it backs up on Ridge Pike, and it backs up on Germantown Pike. So once you get through the light, though, it's not too bad crossing the bridge. And you want to bang a left on 29 and head out to 422. I've gone home that way a few times, and some days it seems to be a better way to go, and other days not so much.
Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. I was like kind of doing the math in my head. I'm like, well, yeah, I could see where it would be almost the same.
Yeah, distance-wise, it's probably not much different, but it's not the distance that's the problem. It's it's the traffic.
They ought to time both of those lights a little bit longer.
Yeah, if they synchronize them right, they should work. They should be a little bit more efficient. When they're out of sequence, and then everything screws up.
There's another ugly topic: traffic in southeastern Pennsylvania.
Maybe add an extra minute.
Yeah, traffic in southeastern Pennsylvania. Not exactly my favorite topic either, especially 422. I mean, that's like it's getting to the point where 422 is almost going to surpass the Schuylkill Expressway as the lousiest highway in the country and probably the world.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. The BQE, pretty bad, and the Beltway in D.C. I mean, I've been on some bad ones, but I don't know. I don't think they're as bad as some of them other ones you sit for 3-4 hours.
DC Beltway's pretty bad, but I-5 between San Diego and LA ain't no picnic either.
Oh man, no. West Coast traffic is it's just not good.
What's the worst on 422 unless you're behind something, an hour? Same thing, getting into the city might take an hour, maybe 20 minutes, hour 15 at the most.
Well, that's if the traffic's moving. If you get one of these numerous accidents that seem to be popping up with increasing regularity lately, you could be sitting there for a couple hours.
Sandbagger and I were just talking about this recently. It was a few years back, but it once took me 4 hours to go from the Philadelphia Navy Yard to Harleysville.
Wow. Yeah, that's if we get a snowstorm. Usually I run into that kind of situation.
Nope, wasn't a snowstorm. But it was before the Blue Route was open and you had to navigate Chemical Road, And it was the day before Thanksgiving or something like that, and I think it was raining.
Yeah, that's right. That's never good.
4 hours.
Yeah, on and on for hours, dude.
Trying to get somewhere and I'm not.
Trying to get someplace that you're not.
Quit trying to be someone you're not.
Good session of word games.
All kinds of word games.
It's almost like we're having a party.
A birthday party.
Oh yeah? What, 15 years of Classic Radio Roundup?
No, 55 years that I've been on this earth.
Oh, that's like a birthday party.
Yeah, yeah, in the truest sense.
And the wife has got that same one coming up here directly.
What's that, 55 years on this earth?
That's a Roger.
Yeah, her and I are the same age, give or take a month or two.
Yep, and she would have been my babysitter.
Yeah, that's just wrong and that's almost creepy.
But that's all she would have done back at that age. You know, otherwise she wouldn't have given me the time of day.
Yeah, I guess she's the one who's robbing the cradle.
We used to joke about that, you know. Let's say she was 13 and I'd have been 8.
That's just creepy.
Yeah, you think, you know, she'd have been babysitting me, but she wouldn't have done nothing else. Maybe play cards.
You can play fish. Hey, got any threes? Go fish.
W-A-R.
WFIL, Philadelphia.
Yeah, we used to joke about that, but there's 2 operators out here. I ain't gonna say who. But my wife actually did babysit them and has photographic evidence.
You don't have to say who, I know. You have brought this story up before.
Yep, photographic evidence even. In diapers.
Breaker.
Go ahead, Breaker.
Well, good evening, gentlemen, in the Sandbagger. Tonight, train base station signing on Classic Radio Roundup.
Oh boy, your whole operating schedule is changing. You used to be like the 9 o'clock guy. Now you're getting in there. Well, 9:30 guy anyway. Or it is 8:45. I guess you're okay.
Yeah, I worked a hard day, came home, took a little nap. Somebody woke me up, cracked my sleep, and now I'm up. I guess you could say I'm signing on.
All debriefed and ready to go.
Hey, the night train. Good evening there, Dave.
What's going on, Night Train?
Coleman. Good evening, Gene. Good evening, Sparky. Pete. Sandbagger.
Yeah, we're all here. How about that?
Yeah, the gang's all here.
Yeah, hello, train.
Hello there, Pete. Hello there, Ken. I hear you too. Hello.
Yeah, I've been just working this Kenwood MC85 microphone here just to see how well it sounds. Hopefully it'll sound good on the gate.
That sounds nice here.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the other microphone just to see for a comparison here.
Roger that. Well, you need to say a prayer for that gate.
Hey, in about, I'd say 15 minutes, remind me to stop and refresh.
Yeah, you better stop and refresh. And back this one down a little bit. Okay, I'll run the Echo Max 2000.
With slapback audio, 05 approved.
That's right. That's the Echo Max 2000.
They're pretty close.
Yeah, you know, I had to make a quick change to the equalizer though. This one I have to pull the 2.5 kilohertz way back, and the other one I have to boost it a little bit.
Yep, very consistent.
I think this one might sound a little bit smoother though. I don't know. I think I like this one actually a little better. Plus, I can kind of give it a little bit of depth there, with a little bit of that 05 kind of sound there.
What radio you running, Night Train?
I'm working a Tram D201A.
Copy that. Coming back at you on the Cobra 139, base station.
Roger, I didn't get mine. I never even opened it up. Well, then again, I may have looked at it, but I didn't pull out the probes, or I'm just. Well, I don't know. I guess you could say I've been slack, but I'm working this one only because I want to hear how it sounds on the gate. 10-4.
You slacker, you.
That is correct.
Hacker radio.
I stand accused of being slack.
Cobra 98 by B&K.
Hell, y'all double real bad. Go ahead again, 44. that 44 in there with you?
I don't know. All I said was, once you go slack, you can never come back.
10-4 here, and somebody else doubled with you.
Countywide.
What you running tonight, countywide?
Cobra 98 by B&K. 23 channel glow and glass radio. 6BQ5 audio. And it's a high level plate modulated 6BQ5 final.
Roger, I tell you what, everybody's sounding good in my receive tonight.
Woohoo!
I like working this antique flea market radio junk.
Curve alert.
Yeah, make sure you use a blanket. Well, that reminds me, I didn't even check the frequency. Okay.
AKA the bus.
That's right. And your radio, your radio too can look like a front of a school bus.
That's correct. Y'all got a break out there. No voice is trying to get in. Let him have a word.
None of us can ever hear you.
I hear him. Go ahead, no voice.
I hear him, but I can't hear him.
Go ahead there, no voice. There he is. Let him have a break, y'all.
Go ahead, no voice. Hey, no voice. Break, break, break. It's all yours. You let him have a break. He ain't got nothing to say.
I can't hear him, so let me know when he's done talking.
I don't know if he ever started.
I never can hear him.
No voice. No voice. Everybody's standing by. It's your turn to transmit. The door is wide open. Three, two, one.
Duty towards no voice.
Sure. You can't say we didn't try.
Yeah, like the monkeys that like to fling their duty.
Hello out there, Gene. It's been a little while since I've heard from you, man. I guess he stepped away because of,
Where the heck is Paul tonight? I figured he'd be in there. I heard you talking to him the other night.
Yeah, he's been in here during the week. Where are you, Paul?
PMK, Paul?
No.
I've been running into him.
This is Paul down at Honeybrook, who used to live in Conshohocken once upon a time.
Okay. Well, just as a sidebar.
He used to know my father-in-law pretty well.
Roger. Yeah, he made mention of you. Yeah, he used to pass through years ago in his rig, and we used to talk. Because at that time he had like a handle, and he decided to come back more conservative. 10-4?
Yeah, I know that story, you know. One day you have a handle, the next day the screws came out and it fell off.
That's right. You all cleaned up, shaved, got a haircut. Conservative.
Hey, I got British screws, so I use Loctite.
Then you be eating that ham all the time.
Ham and cheese.
Yeah.
Or is that wine and cheese? I don't know. One of the two.
Oh no, we're back to wine and cheese. Unacceptable behavior.
Funny how things go full circle, isn't it?
Called homiletic.
Yeah, kind of like having some cheese with that wine.
I'm gonna have to send you up to the bridge wing for an air sample.
You're up to the shop for a little what is that? The left-handed smoke screen and
Yeah, how about some relative bearing grease?
or some PTO grease or.
I actually once had an officer for 50 feet of fallopian tube. And off he went!
Yeah. That shouldn't be laughing. Gene, did you come back?
Or a can of bulkhead remover.
Over.
Hello, radio.
Hello, radio. Are you there, Tim?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Hello, Tim.
Hello, Pete. Hello there, Train. Anybody else that's out there? What's going on?
Hello, Tim. Top of the evening to you. Classic Radio Roundup. Sounding good tonight, Tim. Yeah, he's got a PLL problem or something. That's it. Doesn't quite kick in. It goes. Oh, you mean the little motorcycle thing? He's not doing that with his lips? It's like the PLL or something isn't quite kicking in, and it just goes.
All right, that should be a little better.
Yeah, I hear you that time.
Yeah, I've been overdriving the damn radio. It's cutting back on me.
Oh, okay.
You didn't like it.
Not at all.
You can only push them so far.
You mean your radio doesn't have 11 on the knobs?
11 what?
My radio goes up to 11, one more above 10.
No, mine don't.
This is reminding me of the that commercial with salt and pepper. Push it, push it.
Yeah.
Push it real good.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's where I used to laugh with the Navy boilers were rated at 120% boiler load when they were at 100%. Well, why isn't it just 100%? Well, because it's at 120%.
Well, you've got your operating maximum, and then you got your double secret probation. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, yep, 120, let's go.
Blow. Didn't the airplanes in the Air Force have that stick there you could break to push the throttles further?
I know they have a slot called full military power.
They used to run water injection, and you used to crank that up a little bit.
Yeah, that's in the old piston engines. That was full military power to basically hit water injection. Yep.
Or if you want to do warp speed, Sparky. I'm giving it all you got, Captain.
Captain, I can't push her anymore. She'll blow.
Need more dilithium crystals. You know, it's pretty funny. They always, whenever they get up to high warp speed, the thing would shake and make noise and everything. Like, they're in outer space. They're not out at sea.
They're always patterned after the sea, man.
Yeah, but I just always thought it was funny that a spaceship would shake.
There's no turbulence in outer space. What's wrong with you?
Lean to the left. Now lean to the right.
Bridge lurch.
What happens if you hit an asteroid at warp speed?
you get creamed.
You'd never know it.
You'd be string theory by then.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I have a dirty pot.
You'd become carbon dust to form a new planet.
Wash that pot out before you eat it. Or smoke it.
Make sure there's no seeds or stems.
Planet the way we treat it, that's not going to be too long in the future.
You mean the warp speed thing?
What's that?
What you saying about not being too long in the future?
Turning to carbon dust if we don't quit treating the planet the way we do.
This planet can take a lot of abuse. A lot more than people give it credit for.
It self-corrects.
That's right.
Just an example, all the nuclear bombs we set off at the Bikini Atoll. Now the place is a national wildlife preserve.
Yeah.
Tim?
Yes, sir.
I think the planet would get rid of its people and still survive. It'll start all over again.
That's exactly what would happen.
Yeah, we'd end up being the ones dead.
I mean, just think about it. Human beings have only been on this planet for a fraction of the time that the dinosaurs were here. And one asteroid wiped them out.
just imagine what's going to happen to the human race. And then a couple hundred years down the road, the Earth's going to renew itself. And then what kind of people are going to be around?
Yeah, there I am, getting taxed to death, saving on carbon credits, and we're going to get wiped out by a meteorite anyway.
Politics! Oh, no. Wait, he feels out. Let him go, y'all. Let him go. Go ahead, Dave. Take it over. This key governor said politics.